Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing your daily Walking Dead video for today, leading up to the Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 14, The Other Side. First, we'll start in this one. I'll give my thoughts on my favorite seasons of the series, from best to worst. And you guys can write yours below in the comments. So we touched on this one before, but it does constantly kind of change. And this is one that was asked by Secrett Knight. And he said, or she said, Trev, what is your order of seasons from best to worst? So thought I would give my thoughts on this one since Season 7 is almost finished. And then we'll get into lots of your guys' other questions because we do have quite a few. So as of right now, we have a few episodes left of Season 7. It's been an okay season compared to a lot of the other shows that are out there. For Walking Dead, I think it has been one of our lesser seasons of the show. And like I said, feel free to write your order below. Here's mine. So my absolute favorite season of The Walking Dead so far is still The Walking Dead Season 6. I absolutely love the season. I mean, from beginning to end, the first half is so exciting with the zombie mega herd, No Way Out, and the second half is amazing. And then getting really excited to see Negan in the finale. Finally getting to see him, even though the main kill gets pushed into the next season. Still, Season 6 from beginning to end is an amazing season. It goes through some incredible story arcs throughout. And, as an old school zombie apocalypse fan, Season 6 is like a dream come true to get to see that many zombies and all the stuff that happens throughout the season. It's really an incredible season. So that's my favorite still. Right now, Season 5 would be next, okay, because Season 5, you've got some really great stuff happening in that season. You've got the group with Terminus finishing up. You've got the Hunters. You've got them on the road, the stuff with Beth, and the mid-season finale death there with Coda. You've got the second half going to Alexandria, finally getting there, and then really it finishing, with Conquer. Really great, season as well, too, I want to say, is Season 5. Really strong season. Morgan coming back and all that. So there's some really exciting stuff for that, and I'd have to put that second still. Next for me is Season 3, which for a while there was my favorite season, just because it's so action-oriented. We're getting to see the Governor for the first time. All kinds of craziness, back and forth fighting between the prison group and the Governor. Really action-oriented feel from Glenn Mazzara. Character deaths very unpredictable, not knowing where they're going to come from or how, and a lot of character deaths in that season that in terms of pacing probably wouldn't have been good long term, but for that season by itself, man, it was really incredible to see. That was a really exciting time to be a fan for Walking Dead, just like with the other two seasons 6 and 5. So that would be next for me as number 3. After that would be number 4. Number 4 has the second half of number 4, I do think is one of the weaker halves of the show, to be honest with you. But the first half, especially ending with the Governor and Too Far Gone, up until that point, Too Far Gone was the best episode of a show I'd ever seen. I was really excited for it, and if you guys were subscribed to the channel at that time, the show really, just boomed after that. It was really exciting, and even the first half too was good. A lot of the other stuff that was going on there, internment was really good, and some of the other stuff that happened there with the Governor. Some people don't like the Governor regaining his strength, but I liked it because we were waiting for so long to find out what was happening with the Governor after Season 3 had ended. And mainly Too Far Gone is the reason for me that number 4 has to be in this spot, because it's pretty close to Season 2, which would be my next one. Season 2 sometimes I think is better than number 4, sometimes I don't. I'm going to go with Season 4 as being better out of the two, because mainly of Too Far Gone just being such an incredible episode. But Season 2 has a lot to love as well. If you really like the dynamic between Rick, Lori, and Shane, and a character-driven type of story, then Season 2 might be your favorite. Some stuff that's really great in there with 18 Miles Out. The second half of Season 2 is wicked strong. Pretty much dead already. Sophia in the barn. It starts out great with the highway scene, get down under the cars. For its time, it's really, really good. And the finale is super exciting as well, too, beside the dying fire. So Season 2 is another incredible season and really, really great. And then second, last, I will put Season 7, but it's kind of not fair because Season 1 only has 6 episodes, and Season 7 is going to be like, with all the extended episodes, 16, but it's more like in terms of runtime, 18 or 19, because of all the extensions they've had. So if you want to go in terms of quality, comparison, you might want to go with Season 1, But in just factoring in the fact that the quantity you're getting in season 7 versus season 1, you're getting so many episodes, so much time, and there's other things about it too that I felt like I got to put it above season 1 right now because the day will come when you won't be. The premiere is one of the biggest moments of The Walking Dead for sure, and that was something that's like a story-changing event. The finale, we'll have to see how it goes, of course, because we haven't seen it yet. But there are some really solid episodes throughout. And an 18 or 19 runtime episode season should beat a 6-episode season pretty much every time if you're talking in terms of what would you rather have. I'd rather have 18 episodes of a show rather than 6, even if the 6 are done better than the first 6 episodes of the 16, 17, or 18 episode season. So that's my order: 6, 5, 3, 4, 2, 7, 1. That's where I'm at right now, and we'll see if season 7 changes with this finale, if it kind of outdoes season 2 and moves up, or if it kind of stays where it's at, or if it moves below season 1 if the finale is a letdown. But yeah, there's my list, guys. Write yours below, and let's get into some more of your questions. And I should add, I think it's fair to say, if season 1 had been like a 12 or 13 episode season, I'd probably put it ahead of season 7. Most likely. Kevin from the Netherlands says, Q&A, Trev, please tell us what is your opinion about Gavin and his decisions. Kind regards from the Netherlands. So for Kev, so Gavin is the leader of the group that Jared is a part of. I was going to say Jerry and Jared. You got Jerry's the cool one with the axe, the kingdom. Jared is the rat face with the long hair. So Gavin is the leader of that small group that Jared is a part of. And my thoughts on him, I personally think he should have killed Jared in front of the kingdom people. I mean, what you're dealing with here with this exchange is a very fragile situation. It's very... it's on thin ice. Morgan kind of goes crazy and does his thing. But I think that when they find out that the boy died, I think that Gavin should have been like, okay, instead of threatening him before I kill you, because that kind of made him look a little bit weaker than Morgan. Here's Morgan, who's willing to kill for the kingdom, willing to kill Richard to prove a point, to keep the peace between the kingdom and the saviors. But at the same time, Gavin is not willing to keep the peace by killing one of his guys that had done something really, really bad, which is kill a kid. You can shoot the adults, I suppose, and we don't know what Gavin was going to do as punishment for Ezekiel and when he's yelling at him and everything and kind of losing his cool. But at the same time, I think Gavin lost a bit of his alpha there in front of his group and in front of the other by scolding him when he just found out that the kid is dead. I think to keep the peace, it would have been a better decision on his part to kill Jared, or maybe hand him over to the kingdom so they could do what they want with him. So personally, I think that's what he should have done in that case. But whatever. As a character, he's okay. He plays an okay villain, but because of that sequence, he doesn't play like a villain that would be at the level of Simon or Negan or some of the others that we've had so far. Again, he did lose a little bit of that of his alpha when he just kind of scolded him. It was kind of like, that's it, but you're supposed to be like the leader of this whole thing, and you're savior and all this stuff. It just doesn't seem like he's really that tough after that when you see everything that's going on around them. And the fact that, we might see the kingdom, attack that group pretty soon before the end of the season, which I'm expecting to see. Grim says, when is Shiva going to maul someone? So hopefully we get to see that before the end of the season. Hopefully we get to see Ezekiel bring Shiva, and maybe they kill that group of saviors that come to the kingdom for pickups. That'd be cool if there was some kind of trap or something, and the kingdom was there ready, and then they drove in, and then they somehow ambushed them, and Shiva got to kill. Maybe that'd be the best way to have Jared killed, would be to have Shiva get him. That'd be funny. Maybe that's what they're setting up for. That'd be good in the finale. Let's hope. I can hope. TopRecBot says, hey Trev, did you know the ratings for last week's episode went up to 10.7 million? So happy to see the ratings going up. Please include this in your Q&A because you never include my questions. And we'll go over this real fast because people don't like it when we talk about ratings too much. It went in the right direction, but it's still not up to 11, though it's going in the right way. And I think next week, because we only have a few episodes episodes left, and episode 13 was amazing, that it should go up a little bit more. Usually it goes up a bit after a good episode for the most part. So I'm expecting it to go up even a little bit more. So it's good news. It's going in the right direction. Negan, the effing awesome psychopath, says, Trev, two-part question. Question 1, where are we at in terms of comic book material as of episode 14? And yeah, I just grabbed your one question, Negan. I hope you don't get pissed and go effing awesome psychopathic on me. But in terms of comic book storyline, we are not into All Out War yet. We are like at March to War, with covering most of March to War. But that's one of the most craziest things about this season, is how much they took liberties with the comic book series storyline, and they really extended the hell out of it. In some ways, I like it because the war is going to be bigger than it was, with more groups and everything, but in the comics. But at the same time, man, they've really taken their time with it, and I think the ratings show it. Joker 234641 says, Q&A Trev, do you think this is really going to be the best season finale we're ever going to have? So I never said that I think this is going to be the best season finale ever, and I don't know if you took me as saying that, or if you're really just kind of asking, do you think this is going to be the biggest season finale ever? No, I don't think so. I don't think that season 17 is going to have the best finale ever, but it could be a really good one. Season 6's finale ended up to be a bit of a letdown, but it was exciting to get there. The anticipation for it was really exciting. Season 5 had a really good one. Season 4 had a pretty good one. Season 3 had a lackluster one. Season 2 might have the best season finale so far, actually, Beside the Dying Fire. So do I think this one's going to beat Beside the Dying Fire? No, I don't think so. I mean, that's part of when The Walking Dead was just at its finest, and people were just buzzing about it. Everybody who saw it was telling everybody, and it was spreading like wildfire. I don't know if this season is going to do the same thing at this finale as season 2's finale did, and the ratings just went up and up and up and up every season. So no, I don't think this is going to be the best one ever, but it should be good, and I'm still excited to see it. But I'm most excited for next season because I think it's going to be the best season ever, unless they continue to do what they're doing this season, which I hope they don't. Life Presentation says, Trev Q&A, do you think Dwight is actually a good person deep down and is willing to help Rick to go against Negan? So is Dwight in the TV series a good person deep down or not? Well, I think that everybody, if deep down for the most part, is good. I think that the way human beings are, that we all want to be good. We all want to be liked. We all want to contribute. We all want to do these things and to be good people. But, there's things that come into play that can change that. In a zombie apocalypse, of course, you're dealing with extreme states of scarcity. You're dealing with kind of a dictator like Negan. And, he's been through a lot of pain, and it has morphed him as a person to the point where even his wife doesn't trust him. So that's pretty crazy, that he's gone to that extent. Now, we didn't get to see it all. We've seen, some flashback episodes and some concentration on it lately. But, of course, we didn't see it like we did with our other characters that we followed through the series. So, but deep down, do I think Dwight is a good person? I think so. But, of course, it's so kind of lost at this point, and he's been through so much that, he's killing other people for Negan. He's doing all this stuff. And it'd be interesting to see if Sherry had shown up, what Dwight would have done. Would he have brought her back to Negan? Would he have, and the Saviors, would he have left with her this time permanently and not come back? And I want to see what you guys think about that. Write your comments below. Do you think Sherry was right in not giving him the chance? Or do you think that he was going to have beer and pretzels with her and then they were going to leave and they were going to be together? For me, I would say most likely it looks like he would have brought her back to Negan. And that's messed up. At least that's the way I read it. But you guys can write your comments below on what you think about Dwight, whether or not you think at a point he's a good person. Is he a good person now? I'd say no. He's one of Negan's top, guys. And he is because, he listens to him for the most part. And, he's definitely not good after what he did to the doctor, I would say as well, too, right? So, but deep down, somewhere inside there, I do think that there's a good man, yeah. Roger Waters says, do you think we already met the Whisperers meeting with the Oceanside or the Junkyardians? And maybe they could possibly turn into the Whisperers at some point. Thank you. So the Junkyard group does look like a group that is similar in a lot of ways to the Whisperers. They even have some big guys that maybe look like they could be Beta. I don't know. Maybe Dennis possibly offer something. So I get that theory. I've heard the theory before, but I don't really like it. I don't think it fits, and I don't think it makes entirely sense. So, plus, I think a lot of them are probably going to be killed off in the next couple years. So I think when the Whispers arrive, it'll be a totally fresh, totally new group for sure. Maybe it'll be the Fear of the Walking Dead group. No, I don't think so. Kim Dickens is Alpha. That'd be funny. Joseph A. Reinhardt says, do you think Carol is taking over Michonne's role from the comics? So, yeah, that's something that some people comment to say, like, that's pretty obvious. Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see, but it looks like so far it's very close, for sure. At least the stuff that they've been doing with her recently, the possibility of her maybe and Ezekiel having a relationship. Of course, in the TV series, Michonne is with Rick. In the comics, Michonne has a relationship with Ezekiel. So that's how it is. It does look like Carol could fill that role, of course, but we don't know about Tobin and stuff like that, so we'll have to see. Leslie Ann says, Q&A Trev, if Morgan went back into full-on clear mode, why didn't he let Richard's plan go through? Instead, it seemed like he made peace with Gavin's group. Was that all a facade? Thanks. I think so. I think it's all gaming. I think he's kind of gaming them and making them, like, he's giving Richard his wish, which is to show them that that they get it, right? And he kind of used his words too when he was telling Gavin that they get it and that they're going to do what they need to do in order to survive. But yeah, definitely, I think that he was following Richard's plan in his own kind of way. Really, he kind of made peace with Gavin's group, but I think that Ezekiel knows that this is not going to work, and that they're going to have to go to war. Also, you have Carol, who's getting involved now too, and it seems like Ezekiel kind of likes Carol, or at the very least respects her quite a bit, so she should have enough pull over him to get him to go to war for sure. Last one will be from Van Wonka, who says, that would be funny if Sasha shoots Lucille too for episode 14. And that would be funny because she's got the scope and everything on him, and he's like right there. If he shoots Lucille too, Negan will be super pissed. And that looks like it's going to be a really exciting sequence. So we'll see. Season 7 could end off in an incredible note. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. That'll be it for today's Q&A, guys. So I'll have room for one more tomorrow. So send me any final questions you have before tomorrow night's episode. If you like this video, please don't forget to thumb it up below. You can share, you can favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, click the subscribe button bottom left. That's it for this one. See you guys tomorrow. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace.